Storing and managing static assets effectively is essential for many web applications today, especially when you are scaling globally and need high performance. That's where Vultr Object Storage comes into play. Hi, this is Mridul Swaroop, a developer advocate here at Vultr. Today, we are going to discuss how you can leverage Vultr Object Storage to handle static assets effectively. We are going to discuss the basics of object storage, how Vultr object storage is different, and best practices to boost maximum performance. Let's start with an overview of object storage and why it's ideal for static assets. Unlike traditional methods that stores our data in directory-like structure, object storage saves our data in individual objects, which means each individual object has its own metadata, which makes it highly scalable and ideal for vast amount of data. Because there is no directory like structure, it becomes easy to retrieve and manage our data. This is one of the advantages why object storage is ideal to store assets like images, video, and web content. Another advantage is API based access, which gives us more control over how we use and manage our data. Instead of requiring a complex server setup, object storage provides us an easy way to access and manage the assets we need. Now let's talk about the features that make Vultr Object Storage stand out. First, it's compatible with the widely used S3 API. Vultr is also known for being reliable and scalable. That means if your needs grow, you can scale up seamlessly. Security is another priority. Vultr provides multiple encryption options to keep your data safe. With Vultr's fast global content delivery network, you can reach your audience anywhere in the world. Also, if you are using Vultr services, then it's easy to get integrated in a single ecosystem. Managing costs while keeping performance high is essential. So here are some best practices to follow. First, organizing your data with efficient naming. This can save you a lot of time. Second, caching is a big help. Your users can access frequently accessed data when caching is enabled in a much faster way. Versioning can also help. It lets you keep track of the updates while keeping the older versions. Keep in mind the data redundancy part, where you have to avoid getting duplicates in your storage while maintaining costs. At last, you have to monitor your storage usage so that there are no surprises when the bill comes. Next up, we have a demonstration in which we are going to be provisioning a Vultr server and Vultr object storage. Here I am in my Vultr customer portal where I am going to be provisioning a Vultr server and object storage. So here let's click deploy server. In the server type, I am going to be selecting the optimized cloud compute, a location near me. In the image, I am going to be using the latest Ubuntu. For plan, I am going to be using 8 GB. As additional features, I have selected auto backups and IPv6. You can select more additional features in the Vultr customer portal. So here let's click deploy now. Meanwhile, while our server is deploying, let's go ahead and provision Vultr object storage. So here in cloud storage, let's go ahead and select object storage. Click on add object storage. For location, label I'm going to be providing demo. Let's add the object storage. As you can see, our object storage is installing right now. Once your Vultr server is provisioned, you can use a secure shell tunnel to access your server. For the first step, we are going to apply a course policy on our bucket. A course policy allows us to control who can interact with our objects. Before you begin with this demonstration, make sure to install S3CMD and configure it with your bucket credentials. So now I'm going to create a text file. Now we are going to upload this file to our bucket. Here, as you can see, I am using the bucket TikTok. As you can see, our object has been uploaded. So let's verify this in our customer portal. I'm going to refresh this. As you can see, our file is now available in the Vultr customer portal. I'm going to create a course policy file. Here I have my policy. Here, as you can see, my policy is allowing requests from all origins. So let's save the policy. The next step is to apply the policy. Here, as you can see, our policy has been applied. Now you have a control over who can interact with your bucket storage objects. The next step is to make our objects publicly available so that everyone can open them. So first we need to create a public read policy and apply it. So let's go ahead and create a public read policy. Here's my public read policy. As you can see, its effect is allow. That means when we access the object URL, we would be able to see what is inside the object. Here, let's provide with the bucket name. And save the policy. Now it's time to apply the policy. As you can see, our bucket policy has been updated. Now, if we want to check our policy, we can run a similar command. As you can see, here we can see the policy we just applied. This is how you can apply CORS for protection and public read to make your data publicly available. Thank you all for taking the time to join this Tech Talk today. I hope you found the insights on Vultr object storage valuable and gained some new strategies on how to manage your static assets in object storage. I hope to see you in the next one.